morning. So it's been a while, I guess. Few days since my last walking vlog, and today I decided to take you along to my morning run. But this will be a bit different since it will not be continuous, because I usually just actually run properly. But what I'm gonna do today is run walk, basically. So when I see something I want to point out, I'm just gonna walk and show you guys. So obviously this is still close to my house. It's just the start of my run. And first thing I want to point out is this morning market that happens alongside the river, and you can buy all your groceries here. So I don't know where they bring this from. Probably just from the local market close. And they basically bring meat, the vegetables and fruits here to sell, and locals buy from here. They even have fish. I'm not sure this is fresh fish or it's just from the market as well, since we have all the fishing boats here. So it looks like the fish is not the most popular here, but instead the most popular ones are the meat and the vegetables. So that's something I've noticed here. So you can purchase your fresh goods, I guess, in the morning if you want to, right here by the river. I'm not sure if it happens alongside the other side of the river. So this is basically like I mentioned before, I'm in the north side of Vietnam, and this happens every day. And actually today is like 2 days before Tet, so they're still there. So I guess it might even happen on the day of Tet. That I'm not so sure about, but I know it's been happening every day. Even if it's raining, you'll still see them there. So yeah, this is the morning. This is around 6 a.m. A bit later because somehow Zico woke up so early, so I had to make him some milk before walking out, doing my stretch. I am pretty interested on what these trucks are, because I can see them from a balcony. They camp out here, and they started camping out when basically the Tet holidays started, and they technically live here, I think, at some point. I will try to find out which area these plate numbers are, but they are camped here. I've seen them even put out some umbrellas and tents during lunchtime, I guess. And also this, I don't know what this is, but it seems like people are like taking them and then bringing them back. So I guess it has something to do with Tet, I assume. And like I said, these trucks have been camping here. This is where the street food stalls were. But today, no, not today, for almost a week now, I guess. And maybe throughout the whole Tet, they would be here. And they're actually carrying those. I see. They're not really camped here. They're selling those stalks of leaves. I don't know what those are, but you can see it's alongside the truck, and you can see them selling it. So people in motorbikes are actually coming in here and buying those from these trucks. So I'm guessing they basically carry those here. Yeah, that's all they're carrying. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out what it actually looks like, but I can't find a way in. But okay, I'm gonna walk closer to it. So now the mystery has been solved. They're not camping out here for the sake of camping out. They're selling these stalks of plants that people seem to be buying. I know it's a bit messy, but this is what they're selling. Yeah, looks like they put it in front of doors during that. So yeah, see what you see. This is what they're doing. See, it's a very busy, I guess, market at this point. So this is what these trucks are doing here, park. Like since that holiday started, they're selling these stocks. And I guess you put in front of your door. I'm guessing. I will ask my wife what those are, but that solves the mystery because they've been really just camp out here. I was like, wondering what are they doing? Are they just gonna park here during that? But since they're actually selling stuff, yeah. So yeah, this is one of those more interesting things that it's been happening during that, and the mystery's been solved for me at least. I guess they're not just camping out for the sake of camping out, like parking their trucks for the Tet. They're here to sell those stocks, and I'll figure out which part of Vietnam those plate numbers are. So I don't always see the 76, 77, 78, 79 plate number. So it could be unique from that area. They basically bring that all the way here. So yeah, and people have been buying it, and they know that they can purchase it from here. So you've seen all those motorbikes parked there, even people walking. I've even seen runners carrying those. So for the first time, I guess I'm gonna put an annotation on my blog and basically explain what those are. So this is actually something I've always wanted to show you guys during one of my walking vlogs. So this is like an abandoned building, but it's kinda in a very good prime area, and they just don't use it. So apparently it was a golf club before, and it's not running anymore, and then they don't really do anything in it. It's just an abandoned building, but it just sits here. So one thing I've noticed in Da Nang, but I also want to tell you why it's a prime location, because this is basically Novotel, and in front of it is this abandoned building, and this is by the river, like beside the river. There's not many buildings beside the river because I think you need special permissions, or you need, I don't know what kind of special permission you can get to actually build by the river. So you actually cannot see a lot of buildings like actually by the river here. So this one, a very nice looking one to be honest, is abandoned. So that's also something I've noticed in Vietnam or Da Nang. So there are abandoned buildings in the middle of the city, and it's just abandoned. Like just no one's using it. Like I don't see that in a lot of other metros, because it's prime spot, prime real estate, and people will just like not abandon it. They would use it regardless. But that's something I've noticed here. So here are people who do yoga / meditation in the morning. So you'll see this group as well. I've been considering this view. I would do that too. I become older probably. So yeah, the sun should be up already. I don't have my sunrise watch showing my running, but yeah, it's morning, and honestly I'm not trying to run as fast as usual, since I'm actually trying to gain weight. I've even been getting some protein in, and trying my best not to lose all the weight, because yeah, I've been losing so much weight, guys, from all my running. I've been running too much, and we don't eat that much. We basically don't eat breakfast every day, and that has been our routine for a very long time. So yeah, I've been trying to gain weight. Yeah, that's something I guess I have to admit to you guys. That's why I'm not running as fast as usual. I actually run very fast and a lot. Like if on a good day, even if just a random day, I would run for like 20 kilometers if I want to. But yeah, that also means I'm losing too much weight, and I'm not even that heavy. I'm like very thin, so it has been an issue because now I look so thin, and there's no problem with like like I don't mind it, but my wife has noticed that I look too thin and my clothes basically look like all oversized to me. It's not a good look because here you also people will see you and then like, why are you so thin? You don't eat. But honestly, we don't really care. But also I have less energy because I'm too, I'm too thin basically. So yeah, and here because it's that you're gonna have all of these decorations. People can take photos here, and then honestly, it's very pretty. These are all potted plants, so they can be taken away after. So it's an interesting way to showcase during that. So it's gonna be this bright and colorful. Beside the river, there's gonna be spots like this, and there's gonna be different looking horses. So this is the horse in front of the museum. Ng museum. There's an interesting looking horse right by the Dragon River. So I'm gonna show that to you guys as well. So people come here to, I guess, take their photos for that. They're wearing the aoyai and taking their photos here. Some are even bringing along a professional photographer to do this. So my wife surprisingly doesn't really care, or I guess that's not her personality to take photos and post it. So she never really asks for photos like this. But yeah, people have been doing that. It's normal around here, especially here. People like taking photos here, even in front of the. I know this is the back of the museum, and there's a library here. So that one also looks very. I guess I'm not sure what type of scene they wanna look like to be, portraying. But I'll see people taking photos here as well. Like, I don't know what aesthetic is that. Is that a Vietnamese aesthetic or it's just whatever that looks different from their house, I guess. And the sun is coming out, slowly creeping out. Yeah, and there's another building here. It's called the Memory Cafe or Lounge. And like I said, there's not many buildings beside the river itself. So along the river itself, there's not many buildings, and that's why I'm surprised there's an abandoned one, because that's prime real estate, and they can somehow do that. So there's a new coffee shop there that's just opened. It's by the library, and that's why they just wrote library, I guess. It's a big place. I thought it would be open 24/7, honestly, because it says coffee 24/7, or maybe because it's that. So I would assume on a normal week it would be running 24/7. So yeah, that's the view by the river. This is around 6:30 a.m. and there are less people running today, I guess, because everyone's going back to their hometowns and whatnot. So usually there's more people running, I would notice, especially this time. I usually run very early, like on a good day, and I had my sleep the night before. I'll be running like 4:30, 4 a.m. if ever. But today I was very late, honestly. And then what made me much more late is Zico waking up somehow, and obviously he's gonna demand for his morning milk, so I had to make it for him before heading out. So this is Hilton. It's one of the hotels I've been to when I first visited Vietnam as well. It's getting dated from the rest of the hotels, but it's Hilton is always very, I guess, a very good hotel. They never like fail. They're just they're a standard for us. So if you want a safe hotel in any city, if they have a Hilton, we'll just book a Hilton. And actually, one of my favorite hotels here in entire Da Nang, when we were still visiting and not actually living here, was the Hilton Garden Inn. It has a very good view. When we splurge on the suite or even that 360 view of the beach. That was just nice. So yeah, so here's the memory cafe I was talking about. One of those few buildings is actually beside the river. And yeah, I'm just confused of why would you abandon a building by the river when it's hard to even build one there. Obviously you can see a lot of them here. So yeah, this is the Han River Bridge. I mean the entire river is Han, and I guess you can call all of them Han River bridges, but this is the only one that's specifically called Han River Bridge. So we have eaten breakfast below this bridge before. We brought a bike. We bought some banh mi and brought it over here. I'm now by the famous Da Nang Dragon Bridge, and yeah, I just want to show you guys what's up around here. Obviously it will be the same, so the same type of flowers and some horse decorations here and there, so it's always the same vibe here during the Tet celebrations. So that's the Nguyen Van Linh Street that I vlogged the other day. And actually what I wanna show you guys is actually on the other side. And there's actually an underpass here, so you can cross to the other side. So I'll show you guys this underpass as well. So that's the good thing when you're running along the river and you just want a continuous run without trying to cross anywhere. Here you can actually cross here. So right now I'm below the Dragon Bridge and when you get out here is the other side. And what has been very popular in social media is this horse right here. So yeah, as you can see, everyone's taking photos of it, because look at this thing. It looks AI generated. It's so funny. It's like a funny take on that. I wonder what's the material used for this. Is this wood? Oh, I can see some metal bits. It's actually made of metal. Think about it. So yeah, it's crazy. It looks AI. You know, like how they create some artwork with AI. That's what it looked like. Anyway, it's becoming very trending here. I've seen it on Da Nang. It's trending. And this is that viral AI looking horse. But yeah, it's amazing in person, honestly. It looks AI generated, yeah, because that's the, you know, honestly, if there was no AI, people would just think this is super cool. But yeah, the problem now, because of you know, how AI has become very popular and it looks like that that kind of artwork. It looks like it can run. And honestly, like, take a photo of this and then generate a video on like a AI video generator and make it run. It's gonna match that vibe. I would generate this like maybe, yo, jump to the dragon bridge. That would still be the vibe. But yeah, and then yeah, that's the vibe around here. This is usually much more busier at night. Obviously it's still like 6-7 a.m. and there's a lot of people already. But yeah, people are gonna take photos. You know, it's their most important holiday of the year, I would say so. It's the most celebrated one. They don't necessarily celebrate like every other holidays here. The Christmas is okay, yeah, they have decorations and stuff, but that is like really like an actual holiday that they all will take a break and everything else. Yeah, we're doing Zumba here. Yeah, so usually this is just like a 3-kilometer mark for me during my run, so it's not that far yet. I usually go around all the way to the beach, and I can show you guys that one next, at least the path how I cross the bridge. Usually I would just cross the actual bridge because those bridges are walkable. But I also have another way that I love passing by, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. Here's the footbridge that I love crossing when I'm running, and it's alongside this bridge. I'm not sure what this is called, but this is actually my favorite bridge because it's like, it looks modern and very minimalistic at the same time. So I know Dragon Bridge is nice and all, but this is like a work of architecture for me. Look at that. Looks so amazing. Those are all like metal pipes running through. It looks like ropes, but wow, I've always admired this bridge, and I love this more than Dragon Bridge, to be honest. Hot take. But yeah, the Dragon Bridge is over there, and like I said, this is like a footbridge, so cars and motorbikes aren't allowed here. So this is one of the, I guess, less known things here in Da Nang. There's actually a footbridge that you can cross the entire river with. Obviously, you can actually still use those bridges because there's still a side. There's a pedestrian lane for all the bridges, I think. Yeah, I've never seen a bridge that doesn't have a pedestrian lane yet, that cruises along the Han River. So yeah, I like crossing here. It gets scarier when it's so windy, but most of the time it's fine. Especially now, it's not that it's not raining too much anymore. So when it's raining, I guess it's kind of scary to be in this. I know it's safe. It's relatively safe. It's not the tallest, I guess, fence, but the usual bridge. But I love crossing from here. And then there's not gonna be any motorbikes or anything here. It's a very big fat. Like, you can fit like how many people in this lane? Probably 10 people alongside. You can run alongside here, like 10 of you at the same time. So that's the what I wanted to show you last, I guess, before I actually cross back home. And yeah, I also wanted to show you this bridge, which is my favorite bridge, to be honest. Hot take in Da Nang. And it goes through, if you're coming from the city side and going to the beach side, it goes to a very nice looking new setup, newly built apartments. This is Panama 2, and then Panama 1, and then below it are like low-rise buildings, like 4 floors, 5 or 6 floor type of apartments. They looks really nice. Like when you pass by here on a car or on a motorbike coming from the city and going to the beach side, it looks so nice. It looks like something you can see in Singapore, maybe especially because of the color of the roof, which is like the reddish orange. I can't exactly describe that color, but that's the usual roof tiles in Singapore. So that's the vibe. So I love seeing that. So it's one of those properties we're looking at as well. So it's newly built, so it's gonna be more expensive now. Not during pre-built. So yeah, I think I showed you the sign before coming in here. This place actually has a name. I'm pretty sure it has a name. I'm gonna put an annotation again as well. That's a new vibe now for us. I'm gonna put annotations, and I'm gonna cross this river, and then I'm gonna start heading back home. So I'm not gonna run very far today. My goal is around 10 km only. So what I'll usually do is, if I don't want to actually reach the beach, I just run back and forth or just run in circles. And then when I know I've hit like a certain km, and then I know like it's 3 km back, I'll just start running back home. So that was my usual routine. But yeah, guys, it's easily runnable here in Da Nang. I would say so. I know my previous blog about Zico on a scooter is like, it wasn't the easiest thing. I have to be on the road. But here, I mean, if you're just a healthy adult that can run alongside a sidewalk, you can actually, there's a lot of places to run and go. You won't run out of space, and then if ever, you can actually run the road as well, and the actual road as well if you need to. But then there are plenty of sidewalks, and along the river, it's already like, if you track the whole river, you can probably like run like 4 km at least, just the river side that's in the city. And then if you really go through, push through, you can easily have like 6 km run. And then if you went back home, that's easily a 10 km run. So it's a very runnable city, I would say. So it's similar to how Singapore is. And yeah, because that's the only problem with Manila is it's not, you can't just run all over. You have to run in the streets. There's no sidewalks, not unless it's in BGC or in Makati. There's an actual sidewalk sometimes, but then it's hard to run there in the city. Obviously you can just run on the road, but then it's also dangerous because people drive there fast and dangerously, and especially if you're gonna run early morning, that's not something I would do in Manila for sure. But here, I'm confident that you can find enough sidewalks to run at 2, even early morning, like 3 a.m., and it's not gonna be dangerous at all. You won't get mugged. Obviously, there will be some cases of those happening, maybe, but I haven't heard at all. And I wouldn't feel like that would actually happen here as well. Yeah, maybe during that holidays, everyone's trying to get money, but I honestly don't think that would actually happen here. It's relatively safe here. Much more safer than, at least, I'm not gonna say Manila is not safe. It just, you're safe here. Yeah, you don't feel like you're in danger. I guess that's the conclusion. And I mean, Manila is not that dangerous, guys, just because I'm comparing it. But obviously there are more cases of you getting mugged there, and then there are a lot of spots there that are very dark and not lit, and yeah, you'll just feel in danger when you're in Manila. And I guess that's a criticism that you can't avoid, and that's just the truth. Like here in Da Nang, or even in Ho Chi Minh maybe, or Hanoi, I wouldn't say it feels that safe, but it's not dangerous at all. It's and then there's not much crime here, to be honest. Crime rate is relatively low. Petty crime doesn't really happen that much. And here's someone playing with a dog, and I don't like dogs that much, especially someone running up to me. But and that's just another hot take. So like what I'm saying, it's relatively safe, and it's a very runnable city. If you have if you're just running on your own and without a kid and a scooter, it's very easy. You can run the entire city, even along the beach. Like I said, there's a lot of sidewalk on the beach. And when you're just gonna run, into the city itself, city center, where it gets harder to, because there's a lot of motorbikes, but it's still runnable because you can just dodge everything else. You still have a sidewalk technically. I know it's gonna be filled with motorbikes, but you still have somewhere to pass by, like safely. So that's my only comparison with with Manila, at least. Singapore, obviously, you can run everywhere there as well. Very, very pedestrian friendly city. So I was gonna say, this is also a very pedestrian friendly city, and easily runnable. You can do a lot of routes here. You can copy some runs like in those websites. Like, I honestly don't know where to start. I've been running for a very long time, but I don't even have a Strava to be honest. I just run. And even before that, I just run even without a watch or any tracker. I'll just run. But nowadays, I have a watch, I have GPS and everything. so I know, my pace, like how far I've been running. So those things have been important when you get older. When I was younger, I'll just run, and I guess that's something you can do here as well. There's can be spontaneous. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of run clubs here as well, but that's not really my thing. Maybe if I'm just really have nothing to do, but usually, it's not like, doesn't mean like you don't have to, like it's not nice to join those. Honestly, running with a group is nice as well, but it's just not what I usually do or what I have done before. I've never run in a group before or like met people through running, but I've been running for a very long time. I've been running too much that I have to stop running because I'm losing too much weight. So that was the issue, and now I'm just enjoying the walks for now until I gain my weight back, and then I can run as fast as I could again. So it was, I was recommended to just walk for now and not even run too frequently. Just run from time to time. So I had to space out my runs now, not like run every day. So yeah, that was just a change in my life that I honestly, I'm not sad about. It's okay. That means I just have enough more time with family at home instead of running in the morning, which actually takes a lot of time as well. And even today, so especially today, because I'm not running all the way, I'm walking and running, so it takes longer. And sometimes when you're running, you just want to get home at some point. When you're in that point that you're actually tired, and it's funny if you can actually see your house, so you're like running towards your house. But now I can't see my house yet, so I went inside an inner street. So beside this is the Euro Village. It's one of those premier village, like expensive village here. And this building is called Monarchy. It's one of those popular apartments, condos for expats here as well. So this area is very, I'm not say popular, but yeah, it's not necessarily popular, but I guess a lot of expats live here around this area as well. So, because I think it's a bit more expensive here as well. I would assume so. I don't know the prices honestly, but I'm guessing it will be expensive here. And look at this sidewalk. The sidewalk, guys, it's like very wide, and that's the road. I think the sidewalk and the road is the same size. So I'm guessing they allow the motorbikes to run along here. Like you can just actually drive along the sidewalk. So yeah, like I said, very runnable, walkable city because of the sidewalks. Oh, this is a better area for the scooter, for Zico for sure. This is so big. Yeah. But yeah, I've always liked this path because I like seeing these big sidewalks, running along here and don't have to worry about anything else. Drown out yourself into music or a podcast and then just run or walk. This is the nice thing, and you don't feel unsafe at all. You don't feel like you're gonna get mugged from just running. That's the beauty of Da Nang as well. So this is the Euro Village I was talking about, the entrance to it. And inside here are very nice houses, like multi-million-dollar houses. It's gonna be inside there. I've been inside once to visit someone, but yeah, this is also one of those groceries that I like buying from. So you see things that you don't see in other groceries here. And this is actually far from my house, to be honest. Like we have to drive a motorbike for a few minutes to get here. So yeah, this is the vibe on this side of the city, and I would really like to show you this, guys, because it's different as well. I know there's the chaotic part of Vietnam, but then it's not all that. You know, there are a lot of peaceful areas as well, like this, very wide, spacious areas, and very expat friendly as well. So you'll get all your things that you're gonna be looking for here. You can find it here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this walk, guys. I'm pretty sure this video is gonna be longer because it's a stitch of a lot of things, and me trying to talk all the way through is also a challenge, to be honest. But I try to keep up. Yeah, I'm not a talker on camera. Like, obviously we can talk a lot in person, but you know, me trying my best to describe things along the way is, you know, it can be hard at some point. But you know, it's good practice for me, who has always been behind the camera for a very long time. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I know there's not many people who can actually finish the video, but you know, if you see enough of it, like a 3-minute or 5-minute of my video, honestly, I'll be happy enough. So you know, because you can see part of what I wanted to show to everyone. So that's good enough for me. Yeah, I don't expect people to subscribe or anything, or even like. Just see the things I'm seeing and how I'm feeling when I'm passing by is good enough for me. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and expect more of this. I was just busy with other things the past few days. I've been shooting my actual content as well, so those things were happening. But today, yeah, I dedicated this, and I wanted to show you that AI horse. That's the highlight of this trip. And you know, and the other side of Vietnam that not everyone is aware of, because you know, all they see are the chaotic side, you know, the exotic side of Vietnam. But honestly, it can be clinical if you want to as well. Vietnam can be clinically clean, like very modern, if it needs to. So there are a lot of areas like this in you know, in here, even in Saigon and Hanoi, you can see areas that look like this, very clean, very, I guess, super livable. You know, not too exotic for foreigners. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I've been trying to say bye for a few times now, and yeah, see you again soon. Bye.